We're going to wrap up today with just a little conversation about digital transformation, where we should be 2021 and beyond. Nice bright yellow, get your attention. Everybody pays attention to yellow. You guys know who I am already. I don't know if you know, but I also spend a lot of time with ISO. I helped draft the ISO 55000 asset management standard. It's an asset management standard. So it's a management standard for asset management. Just to start to confuse you a little bit. Wrote 10 Rights of Asset Management with Ramesh, my friend and co-author, and mentor, and Sherpa, and so many descriptors for Ramesh. And I'm going to use a little bit of that in this talk today. Creator of Uptime Elements. First CRL Black Belt, but that's because I created the program, so I got one from that. That's good. And what else? One of the things that I really like to do, I played a small role in judging Maximo World Awards, but I love judging the Uptime Awards. I work with Bentley Systems on the Year in Infrastructure Awards. I work with Emerson Automation on their Reliability Program of the Year Awards. So I get to see a lot of journeys. Probably if you want to say anything about me, what you could say is that I see a lot of journeys and I hear a lot of journeys. That's why I know a little. It's like the farmer's insurance. I know a lot because I see a lot. Because I'm seeing people making their advances with reliability and asset management. When we publish Uptime Magazine, there's 15 journeys in each issue of that magazine. When we do IMC or Maximo World or the Reliability Conference, there's 100 journeys that we review prior to that. So we see what people are doing. We see what they're trying to do. We see where they win. We see where they don't win so much. And we're really trying to get that information out. Sometimes with the awards, we try to learn from it and then get that information back out to you. But mainly, in case you haven't figured it out, I am very excited and enthusiastic about reliability and asset management. And if you're doing something significant with reliability and asset management, don't worry about it. I will find you. So there's Ramesh and I in 10 Rights of Asset Management. That book is about intentional value from assets at every phase of the asset life cycle. I'd suggest you look it up because you're all involved in asset management. And, I've been working in reliability and maintenance for 40 some years. And it wasn't until probably the last 5 that it really started to click with me that reliability is an early asset life cycle activity. Reliability happens in specification. Reliability happens in design. Reliability happens in procurement. Reliability happens in a build. Reliability happens in commissioning. Once you commission and you go into operations and maintenance, you're not really going to improve the reliability very much. You're going to achieve reliability from there. Now, sometimes the asset fails to meet the inherent reliability and safety, and we modify the asset. So there's how you can improve it, but you can't really improve it through maintenance. Maintenance's job is to achieve reliability, the reliability that asset has in it inherently. And that's what the powerful learning about this book is. So I took that same concept of the 10 Rights of Asset Management and converted it into the 10 Rights of Digitalization. See if we can clear things up a little bit. So the 10 Rights of Digitalization is right 1, focus on solving the right business problems. Right 2, ensure the technology is open and it's interoperable. Where's Alan Johnson? Is he in here? Alan, you should be clapping right now. Start with the right foundation and plan. Flexibility and agility to connect to any data source. Private, public, cloud, and edge storage options. Contextualize the data for ease of understanding and collaboration. Advanced analytics. Simulations, AI and machine learning capacity, decision to action through diagnostics and prescriptions. You heard me talk a little bit about predictions the other day. I'm not a big fan of predictions. I think predictions belong in the stock market and in the weather industry, not in the asset management industry. Ensure changes are controlled and they are managed. Access to evergreen asset knowledge. So, one thing we see is that some of our reliability and asset management friends get very excited. They come to a conference like this. maybe drop by the Aquatas booth and they look and they see, steam trap monitoring. I can do automated steam trap monitoring 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that is really cool. I mean, it's really awesome, and it pays back, almost instantaneously. But is that your business problem? Is that what you're really, it is good, and I'm pleased. Don't think I'm trying to discourage anything like that. But what we really want to focus on is solving the right business problems with these technologies. Does it have the best ROI? Your bosses expect you to bring the projects that are going to give the most return on investment, solve an immediate problem. And it's not always has to be about money. These days, your companies get scored on what they call ESG, environmental, social, and governance issues as well, and sustainability issues. Ensure the technology is open and interoperable. I loved Matt Lodson's 5 minutes on digital twins. I love digital twins. That, to me, was about probably the best 5 minutes I've ever heard on digital twin. That was absolutely fantastic. And so we're all kind of excited about digital twin. I talked to some of the vendors. They said they're going to come back next year with more advanced and more clear application and use cases for digital twin. But what you really want to kind of look for right now is what are the platforms that are going to allow us to continue to build. We're going to build a digital twin on an asset, for say, or on a process. And then later, we're going to do it on another one. Can we use what we've done over here and move it over here and just simply layer on it? Because your plant is going to be a system of systems eventually. And you need those systems of systems to work with each other. They've got to be interoperable. And if you want a code word for interoperable, it means they play well together. It's not hard to make them to play well. They play well, very well together. And you want to start with the right foundation. When you get digital twins, is that going to come when you buy a new mining truck? Does it come with a digital twin? And if you're going to run the mining truck for 5 years, are you going to run the digital twin for 5 years? Are you set to run that digital twin and manage the changes around digital twin to keep it evergreen, to keep it accurate? We don't want to run it like we see some asset management databases being run, where they're not very accurate and they're not very up to date, because you'll degrade the value of that right away. So where can you get digital twins? You can get commercial off-the-shelf digital twin templates. So you just go buy them. IBM has a great digital twin marketplace, and you can actually literally go up there and buy a digital twin of a mining truck. Or buy it or get points. I don't know exactly how. I'm sure they'll tell you how it works. I don't know exactly how it works. Something with points. Digital twin software. There's software that'll help you make digital twins. When you get that mining truck, the OEM may want you to get the digital twin from them. But what platform are you going to host it on and run it on? And then if you're running a particle super collider, you might want to make your own digital twin, a custom digital twin. But you want it fit for purpose, and you want to really look ahead. So if you have an asset that's going to last 20 years, you need a platform for digital twin that's going to go for 20 years. Data everywhere. We got data everywhere. We want to make sure, though, that we can easily connect data from multiple sources, and that it's flexible, it's trustworthy. I really liked the conversation with Scott Peluso yesterday and Steve Richmond today about trustworthiness. Really, hopefully, gets us all thinking about that. And that everyday people, technicians, the people who know the assets, can quickly put this together. They can access AI and machine learning to help them. And now there's so many options on where you're going to host and where you're going to get data from. So where are you going to host your applications? Where are you going to host your data? You can do private clouds. You can do public clouds. IBM now has Maximo capable to be in hybrid clouds. You can use the edge. There's so many options on where you're going to host it, but you need to kind of think it through. And then contextualization, the right to visualize. We've been drawing the woolly mammoth hunt on the cave walls since we've been hunting woolly mammoths. And it's the way that it makes sense to us when we can sort of picture it. That's why we like dashboards. That's why we like meters. That's why we like gauges. It helps us put it into context. And it's so easy to do now. There's reality modeling. You can pretty much take a picture of an asset and make a digital version of it these days. And then once you start to collect this data 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's a lot of it. And what are you going to do with it? And who's going to look at it? You know, right now, you probably have someone walking around maybe taking vibration readings on your critical assets, and then they're sending you a report at the end of the month. And do you even look at that? So here now, as you're generating all kinds of data, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we need advanced analytics. There's no way a human's going to be able to look at that. And they're not going to be able to see the small anomalies and the multivariable analysis and all the other stuff that happens with AI and ML. And this can really help us spot. This is a layered track inspection, this one.